just said that they only just now started to be able to hear me. So let me go
Oh,
through
okay.
that again, guys. We've got some really big announcements. First of all, because you couldn't hear me before, my name's Kyler. I am the community manager for the Neureal project. Hey, here comes Ed. Welcome, Ed. So,
Hello.
hey,
I just
before I go through that announcement again, let me go ahead and have Ed introduce himself.
Kyler.
Oh,
oh yeah,
Ed
keep
and
playing your
company.
game, bud. Yes, I just wanted to let you know that we're not hearing any sound on YouTube.
Good deal. I think that Shadow says that you guys have got sound now, but thank you
Oh,
so
we've
much
got
for
sound
hopping
now.
back in. Yeah, I
Excellent. That's
apologize.
all I wanted to do.
Well, you should hang out, buddy. This is Ed. Ed is a contributor to the project. Always good to see him when he checks in from the frozen Great White North.
Yes, and it is frozen up here. That's for sure.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and get back into that announcement then. Now that
Okay,
you
I
guys
would
can
love to
actually hear
hear
me.
it.
Yeah, for sure, guys. So let's go ahead and make the big announcement. The biggest of the many announcements that we need to make is this. We have to delay the token sale. Today is April 5th. It was the day that we were going to start the pre-sale. Unfortunately, a lot of things have gotten in the way of us being able to start that. One of the biggest of which is just flat out, the token code isn't quite done, and a lot of the other things that we meant to do only just got done like yesterday, the day before. No matter how hard we've tried to push to get them done, it's been delayed. But now we're not going to be issuing dates, and there's a lot of reasons why we're not going to be issuing dates. But let me go over just a couple of them. The first is that because we do have to delay now, this puts us into June. June is
Hey,
when a
Tyler,
lot. Say again.
I'm sorry to interrupt,
Go ahead.
but I'm looking at the live stream right now on YouTube, and I'm just seeing the image is all.
Huh. Well, that's not what should be happening. Let me check real
I
quick.
mean, I clicked on the link in the Neureal. I clicked on the link in the
Oh.
Neureal channel.
I don't think it's the right link then. Because we are streaming right now. Let me see if I can grab the correct link and pop it in there. Preston, do you think you could take care of that for me, bud? Find the right link for what we are currently streaming out on, because I do see on the Creator Studio that it is going out. Oh, thanks, Jordan. Cool. All right, perfect. So we've got that opening up. Um, There we go. Yep, it's streaming. It was just the wrong. For some reason, it did not go to the scheduled post that I had made. So let's just go ahead and drop that new link into the channel. All right, so now that we got all that sorted out, let me finish what I was trying, or the announcement we were trying to make. So as I said, we're delaying and we're not going to give out new dates. And the reason that we're not going to give out new dates is many faceted. So let's get into some of those. The first is that it puts us into June. We have to make sure that as these new regulatory frameworks are being released in multiple different countries around June, July, that we are complying as best we can to all those. It behooves us to make sure that this project doesn't get bogged down in needless and ridiculous legal stuff. And because we need to delay, we need to make sure we can't really give you a date as to when we're going to be able to comply with all those new regulatory frameworks that come out. But just know that we are doing our best to do so. But the second part of this is the whole point of our token generation event from the beginning was to get as many people involved as possible. And it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for us to do that uh, when we're in the largest bear market, or hopefully the end of the largest bear market we've seen since 2014. Um, the smaller players that we're trying to get involved, they're more affected by the current downturn than a lot of the larger players are. And so a lot less likely to try and get involved with small ventures like ours. Or well, not small, but with ventures like ours. So, with that being said, does anybody else have any other input they want to give on that? Will, do you want to say something about the delay and the no dates? Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to help get this link into the channel. I guess it's not that important, but I guess we got the new one here. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay. Um,
Or Jordan, do you have anything you want to say?
I've been in the weeds of the code, so I haven't actually. I don't do very much with the community and with all the other aspects of the project. So I kind of defer to you guys, whatever you guys think is best on the token generation, all that kind of stuff. I'm just focused on the code.
Makes sense. Well, let me give the community a minute to ask any questions they might have, but I think we're going to move on here pretty soon. Um, our airdrop program is about to be the web page is ready. I need to ask Will real quick. Will, is there any update on when you think that's going to be integrated into our web page as opposed to the one that they've given us?
As soon as we're done, I just need to uh, like the other thing. I don't know exactly when. Of course, it took us like 3 days to get those one changes on the. I
Yeah.
have no idea when, but I can tell you that I'm looking at it. It's been through Jan. I think she's doing some final changes, and then I need to take a look at it and go through it. And there might be a couple more changes after that, but um, so hopefully soon.
And not only that, but I've been over it several times. It looks really nice, and just so you guys know, it's a really automated way to keep track of all the good things you guys are doing for Neureal and to be able to reward you with some of what we're calling foundation tokens. Those are tokens that are taken out of the foundation's final allotment in order to promote and grow the community now. If you guys participate in that, it would be probably the best thing you guys could do right now in order to help the Neureal project. You guys are going to be getting points for just about everything. Being in the Telegram, being a member on the Facebook, adding friends. We've got a referral link that's going to be going live. We're also about to launch the video contest. Literally, the only thing we're waiting for is me to finish being sick so that I can finish just a tiny little bit of voiceover for the final video, our example video to you to show you exactly what we're looking for and to explain the rules of the contest. I know it doesn't look like it because I'm dying of the plague, but I am stupid excited for that to get going. I did some really great video work with kind of a partner of ours, Steven. And then I also got some really great footage when I was down in Puerto to be able to share with you guys. I know that Jen has been. Oh, let's see. Makes perfect sense to me. It's always like everyone has gone to sleep, or should I say hibernation equals bear market. Totally true, Shadow. Thank you much for your input. If you guys have any questions about the delay or any of that as well, I just want to say any of the announcements that we ever make in here, please feel free to ask those in the Neureal Telegram channel. We just wanted to make sure that we actually had a place where we kind of explain what we were thinking in more than just a couple of paragraphs before we drop that on you guys. Um, but yeah, that's kind of. I think that's it for business. Is there anything I'm missing? Anybody want to speak up and take that? Hey Preston, it's come to my attention that the most you've ever said in one of these streams is just to basically like say your name. So
Yeah, that's true. On my end of things, one thing that would help me from the community is right now I am trying to get as much exposure as possible. So if anybody has any good avenues to go down as far as writers or publications that need content, uh, send them my way or get me in contact or get me contact information with people and publications, YouTube channels, anything like that. We really, really need to kind of hit it hard and get the word out.
totally makes sense, guys. We've time has been our most precious resource ever since we started this project. It's been kind of ever since I've got on the project. We've had time's been the most precious thing we have. I'm really, really excited about the fact that we get some more time to help spread awareness about the project before we go launching. It's not that I don't think that you guys aren't a wonderful, strong, and great community, but the whole point of this is to get as many people involved as possible, to distribute it as widely as possible. So we're arming you guys with some good new tools to be able to not only do this, but to actually incentivize people to come in. And I'm really looking forward to see how that airdrop does. Um, let's see. Announcements that haven't been made on the live stream yet. Hey, Preston's back. But hey, announcements that haven't been made on the live stream yet. If you guys weren't watching the Telegram channel, we got the paperwork in from the Neureal Foundation. Will and Jen were supposed to go over that and send it back to the lawyer. Did you get a chance to do that, Will, or is that still on hold for the second?
It's pretty complicated stuff. I mean, so we're trying to I mean, we can talk about that. I mean, we should, because the foundation is going to be kind of like the holder of the mainly the funds that we raised during the sale. So we're trying to make sure that everything's set and tight and everything makes sense, so that it works like a foundation. People would think a foundation would work, and so we're just going over all the different pieces and parts. Uh, we're doing the best we can with that. We're definitely making progress on it. So it's it's getting there. We just want to. It's the legal side. There's a legal. It's part of the one of the main pieces of the legal side of the project, and we want to make sure all of our I's and T's are crossed and I's are dotted, right?
Yup.
So that's what we're doing right now. We're just going back and forth, kind of, and trying to figure it out.
Makes sense. And I know that's quite a bit of work, but we appreciate you guys doing it. It's very necessary, and it sucks to have to pour over all that legalese, but goodness, is it necessary. Um, let's see. I think we've got. Let's see. Any questions from the community so far? It looks like we've handled everything everybody's asked us. Guys, we were going to keep this short in the first place. This is just kind of a makeup for the mist one that I did on the missed one we weren't able to make on Easter because of the holiday and because I was sick and because I was traveling. I'm really happy to be back home here in my office. Let me tell you that I was gone for almost a month. Um, wasn't sure I was going to make it back alive there at the end. But I am glad I did. Oh, hey, there's another Preston. Maybe this one's an imposter.
That's bizarre.
Sorry about that, folks. I think that coughing fit is probably where we're going to end it today. But again, let me just go over. We're still moving forward. We're getting a lot of crap done every day. Sometimes code takes longer than is estimated. Um, but additionally, to cap this all off, let's really do try and give Will as much time as possible. If you're part of the community that's in the Salt Lake area, uh, just kind of be cognizant. I know that Will's kind of the master of a lot of things, and everybody wants to talk to him because he's kind of a rock star when it comes to VR and when it comes to token code. But we would very much all appreciate if we could just give him some time, give him some space to be able to actually work his magic with the code and get this done. Because the more time he's got, the faster this is going to get taken care of. Is there anything else? Anybody?
VR.
Say again? No, say again, Will.
VR. What are you
Well,
talking about? VR.
VR and token codes. Well, that's because during our little beer hall meetup, several of the people there met you specifically through your VR days. Um, yeah. So
So can we just talk a little bit about our main goals right at this moment, and kind of as far as not just me doing the code, I'm deep in that right now, and so if I'm not really keeping track of everything else, but I do know that that we have a particular main goal as far as the community and as far as you guys marketing and whatnot. Can you talk a little bit about that? Our current goal.
certainly. Well, let's talk about all of them because we had four that were mostly keeping us. We've had four things that are keeping us from being able to launch, and that's going to be getting the foundation set up. Which right now, Will and Jen are reviewing the final bylaws and everything, and making any changes from just the generic thing the lawyer sent them. Once that's done, they're going to send it back, and then Neureal will have its foundation. That'll be in Nevis, St. Kitts, Nevis. Thing two is the KYC. We've signed on with a KYC partner. I think everything's all set up there. Am I wrong, Will, or is there anything else that needs to be done there?
Let me talk about that a little bit. That's part of what I'm doing. So I don't think I got anybody up to speed on that. Anybody, except for me. um, so that's it. So we're working with Civic, and we're going to be doing. We're going to be able to do everything we need to do. So we signed on with them, and so I'm deep in writing the code for that, and so we can integrate with them to do our our KYC, AML, and accredited checks. And so we should be that'll be part of it's become kind of integrated in everything that I'm doing. So I've got kind of a package of things that I'm working on. So
Hey,
we've kind of moved
why don't you talk to them a little
KYC.
bit about the automation that you're writing in, or that you're going to try and write into the code for us about that?
Just so everybody understands what it is. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, essentially.
That I've talked about it, but nobody knows what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
So just to hopefully describe it so people can understand, um, uh, with the contract, you have the contract that runs on Ethereum, which is one part of the system, but then there's other parts too. There's things that interact with call functions. So we could manually sit there and send transactions like you do when you send Ethereum, but we need to automate a lot of that, and to make because we're performing. We want this stuff automated so that it's secure, and we don't have to be we have to sleep and whatnot during the sale. So that's really what that's about. Does that make any sense? Or
Totally does. Totally does. Sorry, I got distracted because we actually have a pretty live and active chat session. They just want you to know, Ed says, creating something great takes time and I'm willing to wait. Shadow says, I appreciate you guys trying to protect the best project. By best project, I obviously mean Neureal. No, we appreciate that, guys. Actually, one of the things that's been in my mind is Shigeru Miyamoto. His quote about video games, I feel, is very applicable here. His quote was, a delayed game is someday good, uh, but a rushed game is forever bad. And that's something that I want to make sure that we're kind of focusing on. We always talk about under promising and over delivering, and that's kind of it. Is that we've figured out some things that we could do that would make this even better than it was before, and we want to make sure that we have all our ducks in a row before we do it. So we appreciate you. We appreciate you guys understanding that.
so
Uh,
what was more on that list that you came up with?
oh, okay, so the four things that we still need to do now. Token code needs to be finished. Actually, what is number four? I always thought there were four, but now that I'm thinking about it, there's really only three. It's token code, KYC, and then foundation.
So
Um,
KYC is now part of the uh, the
token
token.
code,
So,
right? Okay.
so I'm doing that. We've got a couple of phases that we're going through. Maybe you can talk a little bit about those. Do you
Oh,
understand?
right. Yeah. Let me pull that up real quick. So we do have kind of some development cycle phases. Since we don't actually have dates, we kind of figured this might be an easier way for you guys to keep track of where we're at. I need to scroll for a ways here. Or the wonderful search feature found in, here we go. So, phase one, when phase one's finished, the foundation is going to be finalized, the foundation sale. Okay, so yeah, that's another thing I guess we can talk about, guys. Because of the downturn in ETH, one of the things that's also hit us as well, we not only don't want to launch during a downturn in ETH, because it eliminates small players from being on us, but we ourselves actually, because we're going to be extending the token sale, we actually have to do a small sale of the remaining NECP as well as some of these foundation tokens. That's just to keep us afloat throughout the period before we can launch. That's going to be underway now. And instead of doing dates where we're going to announce stuff, essentially, let me add on to this. We're going to start filling the pre-sale book as soon as we have the KYC AML stuff in place. And so the way that's actually going to move forward is that once we've got the pre-sale halfway full is when we're actually going to launch it. So let's take a look at this. Sales purchase agreement finalized. Airdrop token plus foundation sale token contract finalized, which is that's coming up here pretty soon. That's going to need to be. Oh no, the way that the bounty program is actually set up, there's the potential that we might launch it before the token contract is finalized, but we'll keep you updated on that in the future because we don't necessarily. I think that we're going to do the token payouts on that bounty program either weekly or monthly, depending on what makes the most sense to us. And so as long as we're near abouts, I think we can get that accomplished first. Foundation sales site, including KYC AML accreditation finalized and the bounty site finalized. So we're actually nearing the end of phase one. Phase two is going to be, there's going to be a countdown added to Neureal.net. the countdown is what you guys need to be watching for as far as new dates go. Then we're going to be spending a month of major marketing. We're going to be doing a lot of press releases. We're going to be trying to go to as many podcasts as possible. We're going to be trying to go to or speak at as many events as possible. For instance, I'm actually going to be speaking at CoinFest tomorrow on the AI panel. That's going to be, I believe, 7 p.m. I'm going to drop it here in the channel real quick because he actually hasn't clarified a date yet. But I'm on their website, but they misspelled my name. Apparently, I'm Kyle. But they got the project name right, so I'm happy about that. But it's going to be a good time. I hope you guys end up joining me. It'd be a shame to be the only person from Neureal represented there. For those of you unfamiliar, CoinFest has been running for 5 years. They're a decentralized cryptocurrency event. It spans many days. You can tune in for free via webcam, or you can host your own event locally as a little satellite event and then put projectors up with the different main speakers there. So it's going to be a good time. It's going on right now still, I think. But yeah, speaking at as many places as possible, getting as much media attention as possible, getting as much growth done in the community as possible. That's all a part of. You guys are a huge part of that. So many avenues that ICOs and crypto projects have traditionally been using to try and get the message out have now been shut down. And so our very best strategy is just to invest in you guys and have you guys go forward and help push this to people for us. And I think you guys are up for the challenge, to be honest. Um, let's see. The token generation event is going to be during phase 2. That's U.S. non-U.S. token purchase agreement finalized, TGE token sales contract, including new support automation code. That's what Will was going through. Finalized and tested. And so once that's all been finalized and tested, we launch the token generation event. Did I miss anything, Will?
No, that's good. Maybe on the first part, the first phase, just like the way that works a little bit. I think the only so we're going to be able to start the bounty program as soon as we get the site going up and running, like you said, before we do the foundation sale token. So that's kind of a new thing. This foundation token sale token. So that's it's going to work kind of like the NECP, except for it'll be a 1-to-1 ratio trade. So I don't know if you talk to people about that or.
Oh yeah, I should probably. So the NECP guys were 400 to 1, but that seemed to confuse a lot of people. What we mean is that each NECP token represents 400 final Neureal tokens. It was just easier to do it that way. But because it's confusing everybody, these foundation tokens that we're going to be using for the airdrop, they're a 1-1 trade over to the Neuron. So that's how that works.
Cool. So that's it. And then that one, we'll probably start doing this actual sale before that's. I mean, when that's ready to go, when that token's ready to go, even if we don't have the final sales site, like we'll have a pre. We're kind of waiting for me to figure out the KYC part. That's kind of the part that I think is going to be the final.
Nail in the coffin.
That not nail. I don't think it's a coffin. That's a bad.
Getting it knocked out,
analogy.
taken care of. Hey, Shadow actually has something he wants to ask real quick. Shadow says, when are the t-shirts going to be available? I don't know if you heard, but we were actually discussing that right as the stream started. We are getting the final PNG done. We're just trying to figure out what size the PNG needs to be to go on the t-shirts, Shadow. The t-shirts will be ready. I will have a link for you to go order t-shirts Saturday for the next live stream. It might not be the final link we use forever, but I know you people want them, and so t-shirts are a go. Let me ask you a couple other things, though. Would you like them on hats, and would you like them on mugs? And if not, what are 2 other things you'd like us to put the logo on? Because this website makes me pick 3 in order to launch a store. So let us know in the comments section. We would love to accommodate your wishes. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. Ha! Shut him up. Speaking of which, guys, the new logo looks great. Like really, really, really good. In fact, it's gonna make my t-shirt seem a little lonely. I might have to get a paint marker. Oh, you want a hat? Me too, buddy. All right. Will, was there anything else you wanted to go over?
No, I think we're good. We're having another one on Saturday, right?
We are. Like I said, this to everybody, this was just a short one. This
Oh,
is
you're
just.
muted.
Oh. Yeah, like I was saying, everybody, this is just a short one. This is just to fill in on stuff that's happening, and specifically because the pre-sale was going to launch today, we wanted to make sure the community wasn't left in the dark as to why the pre-sale isn't starting right now. We were going to do this on Easter itself, but oh, you can't wait to see the new logo. Tell you what, I will drop the new logo in the Telegram chat. So if you're not already in the Telegram chat, head over there. Additionally, guys, we're reaching the end here, and I want to just say, give us a like. If you haven't already done so, hit the bell button because I'm actually going to start scheduling events now. And if you hit the bell button, it's going to tell you when the next stream is going to go live. And we'd really love to see you there. Additionally, part of the bounty program is that we will be issuing a code on our community live streams. You're going to need the code from the current week's community live stream in order to participate in the bounty program. So if you're not already attending these when they're live, you should, because there's also a good chance that I'm just going to do a raffle among the live viewers that are here while we're doing it and give them some free token. That's one of the fun things I get to do with this bounty program is it does just have a little button where it just says give out free token. How much? This much to this person. Go. So make sure you're here. Anyhow.
And also on the subject of bounty programs, if you guys send any good, useful information my way as far as contacts or anything like that that we can use to get the word out, we're more than happy to reward that. Um, Absolutely, we need your help. So
Yep,
anything you can do.
absolutely. And in fact, if you have a weird skill, something that you feel is going to be valuable to the Neureal team as far as getting the word out there, we've even got a section where you can just submit your random thing we didn't mention, and we'll tell you how much we're willing to pay you to do it. Um, Additionally, if you are an influencer and you have followers, your reward goes up based on how many followers you have, and we have an automated system to track that. So check it out. It's pretty neat. I think with that, we're going to say give us a like, give us a follow, make sure that you're on Telegram, and have a good night. We'll see you on Saturday.
See you guys.
Bye, everyone.